should be sound on stream once that finishes. Should be able to hear us and everything else. Check, check. Yeah, I've got mixers popping up, so. Yeah, I just turned it up, so. Then I should probably turn the game sound down a little bit. Try and get a proper audio balance in here. Check, check, 1, 2. Mic check. You should be okay now. I turned the game down and turned everybody else up, so. Nope. You're not queuing up the mic at all. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, that would be why. It is assigned to the wrong audio output devices. Yep, we're good. Voice. Still serious chat. Still serious microphone. Okay. Should be good now, I think, in theory. If someone in the chat can confirm.
One, two, are we? Am I rolling? This is probably the better question.
All be rolling. I don't know what car I'm attached to. Something way over there. That one. We're on. Nope, not on Ricky. Snap to
holy
people.
Bass boosted.
Your bass boosted?
No, the on the stream, the engine was.
Oh.
The car engine, I should say. I think the stream can hear me okay.
It should be able to now.
Chat, how are we feeling tonight?
We have volume.
We do?
We do. We do have volume. We don't have drone control though. Jawa's in the AlphaTauri
Yes,
MX5.
AlphaTauri livery. Absolutely. Annihilator says she's feeling pretty good. Big Dean Energy Gaming saying, feeling like I wish I was there. Brother, me too. I am a big fan of the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Race Course. Would love to have joined the crew here. It really is a great combo. The flowiness of this track mixed with the momentum driving of the Mazda Miata is they really pair well together. We're still following Mr. Jawa here, switching to a couple of our drivers in the pit lane.
Move around a little bit here. Go back to a track cam and just let it cycle for a couple minutes here.
All right, back to Jawa. We're enjoying some practice right here, folks, so we've got about 16 minutes left of the practice session. And then we'll be beginning our qualifying, as it were.
Yes, sir. We got a decent turnout tonight. We got 15 drivers. It says 16 because we're in here, but we're not actually driving. Or at least we're not supposed to be driving. We may do some donuts in the pit lane. But we're not actually here.
It's true.
But we are doing donuts in the pit lane until we get penalized.
It's true. This is quite the we're seeing some of these guys fly around the pit exit line here. You can really tell how locked in you have to have your driving line as you're passing people coming out of the pit lane. It'll be especially important once we hit that pit cycle sequence.
Fox up there, cruising around. He's currently P1 in the practice session here. Sid right behind. A little bit further down on the timings, but we'll get there. See if my camera can stop freaking out on me. I may just leave it on track cam tonight. I'm just going to disconnect and reconnect and enable the auto cam here quick so that we can have it do some automated switching for us.
Lovely.
That way I don't have to fight with the drone without getting a little bit more practice in on it.
We've got some settings being adjusted here, folks.
Let the auto cam catch us around to the battles so that we don't have to jump around on our own too much. Let the camera do its thing.
Oh, we've got the our very chill Jesus depiction on the hood of Buggy's car here. Fan favorite livery.
Alright, while this is driving around, I am going to grab myself a drink here.
Certainly.
And get ready to roll.
Looking good. Everybody that's joining us now, welcome in. We've got a very fun night of MX5 racing coming your way. We've got about 12 and a half minutes left on our practice runs here. We've got Big Dan, pulling off to the side of the track. Oh my gosh. got Seb, one of our more seasoned drivers. He really knows what to do with the Osmond out here, or any car. An excellent driver in the yellow and red livery, number 35. Got some jostling for position in the practice session going on here. Jawa looking to put his stamp on the MX5 season. He's really put some good results together this season, but looking for some more consistency. Oh, we've got some contact. Oh my goodness. We've got a self-pit maneuver on the front straight. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Can't believe we just witnessed that on camera. Well, we're back to Buggy. Just seeing a replay of that crash now, that you really see, yeah, it looks like the front driver, as he overtook, went to grab the racing line and cut off the other car just a little too soon. Thought he was already past him. See our lap times here. Wow. Articulate Fox laying down the law with a 138.0. We've also got another driver in the 138.0s. That's going to be Jawa. So our top three here, all within about 0.2 of a second. Buggy following close behind in fourth place with a 138.4. And as we get back, we go into the 139s and 140s. But this fight for the podium is really going to be so. Oh, as we see more contact on track. Oh my goodness. The Jeff Gordon livery.
Really looking forward to see what kind of pace these guys up at the front end up pulling out during qualifying and the actual race session.
Yes.
In the EU race earlier today, I think Potato put up a 136.1 in the middle of the race session. Qualifying pace was way up there, so they're about 2 seconds behind what the EU guys were putting up earlier.
Wow. EU really putting up a good fight then. Wow. We're gonna have an EU versus US race at some point. That'd be fun. Getting some good side camera action here.
Too shocked if we end up seeing some of those EU guys jumping in during the event. It's pretty common that a few of them race in both the EU and the NA races for us. So
very nice. Currently 15 drivers on track at the moment. Dark Lounge, excellent purple livery. Following Articulate Fox's line here, maybe trying to learn something off of the fastest lap in the session at the moment. I'd love to see our friend Buggy, our normal live stream commentator and organizer. I'd love to see him get up onto that podium, but he's really got his work cut out for him as Jawa hits a 137.7. Wow, taking it away. 2.5 tenths, 2 3/4 tenths faster than Articulate Fox here. So laps are starting to come down. We're probably seeing a lot of fighting with some of those higher lap times, closer to the 140 mark. A lot of guys not showing the full pace quite yet, with 7.5 minutes to go.
yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Fox and Jawa there and even Seb end up dropping down into that 136 time range. I'm not sure what lap times they were putting up on the practice server, but these guys are just warming up right now. They're not breaking out their real pace until about 10 minutes from now. Usually we don't see the absolutely rapid lap times put in until the second half of the qualifying session after the weather change. So.
Oh, Big Dan on the curb making a small mistake there, leading to some big consequences, potentially getting in the way of some other drivers. However, everybody seems to have gotten past him. Oh, Big Dan crashing the environment, so he must have backed into the wall there and returned to pits. We've got Buggy working on Mr. King Flash here. Riding all the way up on the exit curve there. Right in the slipstream. See what he can do. Working on him, trying to throw him the fake. Number 420. Oh!
Flash goes a little
King
wide
Flash
there.
Into a mistake, although Buggy goes wide himself, but he recovers here.
Definitely makes his way back in.
Well done by Buggy. Rocking what flag is that? What nationality is Buggy rocking here? That's pretty interesting.
Well, we could drag him down here for a little bit of an interview.
Oh, we certainly could. Not a bad idea.
All right, let's drag Bug down here.
Hello,
Sir
Mr.
Buggy. How's it feel to be on the other side of the broadcast?
How you doing? I know, it tripped me out for a minute.
Yeah, I see you're rocking the 420 Jesus livery there. So
it felt right. That's the first thing I ever made for the server. First livery I ever made, I think, actually. So, you know. It took, I want to say, a grand total of 10 to 15 minutes, as the base of the livery was a pre-fill option on GIMP.
Yeah, zooming in here, we can see.
Oh boy! Don't zoom in too hard.
Keeping it together. Oh, we're getting that rotating camera. I'm gonna get sick. Oh, Richmond off track. How are you feeling about the race tonight, my friend? What are you expecting for the results? Any podium wishes?
I'm seeing a lot of names that I haven't seen before, so I don't really know how this is going to stack up. Really nice to see myself in the top 5 right now, but I can't say that's going to hold once we get closer to qual or the race itself, just because I'm notorious for an incident or two, so my game plan is really just hang back until we get to this straightaway right here and see who I can outbreak into this next sector coming up. The S's, I'm pretty sure they're called.
Yes.
We'll see how it goes. So that's why I'm working on some of these later break moves.
Oh, absolutely. How are you feeling about, as you get a wiggle there, how are you feeling about the qualifying session? Have you tested any low fuel runs?
I have not, but I've also been trying to stay out until my fuel light comes on. So I did get a few low fuel runs, but they were also with low tire wear. So I'm hoping that that'll just make it feel easier when the time comes. It's like practicing with 5 baseball bats before you get up to the plate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh God!
Oh, contact
God!
with the wall there. Buggy finding his way into the gravel and the tire barrier.
Alright, I'm gonna try and get a quick repair in and make this outlap happen, but
Excellent.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for your time, my friend. Really good, wishing you good luck, and we'll see you on track.
see ya.
Best of luck, Bug.
Yeah, well, thanks for the kind YouTube comment. Much appreciated. That is, for all of those who don't know, that is Buggy, that is our friend, who is the lovingly referred to as the Radman on the Rookie Racing server. He is normally organizing the events, setting up the announcements, setting up the server, and doing color commentary himself, but tonight he's able to get in on the action, so we're here to support him.
Yep,
Happy to see some MX5 racing.
Buggy is the sole founder of the Real Rookie Racing community. Him and Mo originally made a Reddit post back in 2022 now, and we've been going strong ever since April of 2022. Our first race we ever did, I think we had a double header. We ran MX5s and then GT3s, Kunos cars at Laguna. Lots of good memories. We've got lots and lots of old timers in the Discord still that hang around and pop in the chat. We are always open to having more people join the community, more people join the grid. Anytime we have an open race night like tonight, it's always great to see names that we don't normally see. During the other nights, during actual league events and stuff, we tend to see a consistent turnout. But on these other nights where we have the open events, it is really great to see the rest of the grid form with names that we don't see every night. It's really nice to see some of these drivers out here that we don't see on a regular basis, just coming out to show that they're still around, their community's still kicking, and we're still growing. We are all looking forward to the community continue growing with AC Evo coming out and everything else. And then we do have an announcement coming soon for our endurance race that we've been working on.
Yes.
And that one's
very excited.
Pretty exciting. We're gonna have a nice little 4-hour race there. And there may even be a drawing for participants.
Ooh, hold on.
To have some sort of another giveaway. We recently gave away a course to Swelio's driving course that Buggy there arranged, and then I'm working on another one right now. So
fantastic. Well, there we go.
The more people we get in the community, the more participation we get, the more fun stuff like that we can do, right? So
absolutely. And that as a reminder, this upcoming endurance event is going to be taking place as a community collaboration between both my server Venus Motorsport and under the Techly umbrella, the Rookie Racing server as well. So really looking forward to that. We're going to have a bunch of people from several different communities, hopefully able to combine our efforts and make a really big grid and have a good showing for some good endurance racing. Now that'll be the future, but as of right now, we've got the end of our practice session here at Mid-Ohio Road Course. We're seeing some cars coming around. This livery is just fantastic. Is that a Jeff Gordon inspired livery? I believe it is.
That is most definitely a Jeff Gordon DuPont livery.
That is probably my favorite, other than Buggies, of course. That is probably my favorite livery on the track. It's just so colorful. Love to see it.
Yeah, it stands out, that's for sure. Between this one.
Oh, and Frank just put in the time. What time did he just put in? 39.8. Okay.
39.8. I think that's better than all of my laps earlier. We see Botlando waiting patiently, whipping some donuts in the pits here. Then we see Bin Midgie here in a pastel livery. It looks like a crayon box kind of melted on that car.
Bin Jimmy. There we go.
Bin Jimmy. We've got Ricky Richmond here in the chef livery.
I haven't seen a bunch of these. This is great.
Dark Lounge in the DLRT livery that Fox has presented to us. Some of these liveries are just randomly assigned if people didn't pick one out ahead of time.
Now, quick question: Would that be Dark Lounge, as in the Dark Lounge Discord page?
You know, I'm not sure, but it says Dark Lounge right there. I would presume so.
If that's the fellow, I've raced on their public servers before. That's hilarious.
Yeah, Dark Lounge DLRT.
Really, they do a great IndyCar open session.
Yeah, Dark Lounge right there. We can see it right on the top of the windshield.
I didn't know that was his. There was like a person named Dark Lounge as well. That's crazy.
Yeah, we've got Jawa rocking this AlphaTauri livery here.
Wonderful.
Very colorful. just noticed that it expands even onto the brims here on this car.
That is wild. Never seen anything like that. That's great.
We've got King Flash here, friend of Fox's here, another member of the DLRT community, rocking the Dark Lounge livery again here. It looks like this is Fox's specifically, I believe, due to the fox on the side of it. But I am not entirely sure. We've got Big Dan here in a K&N livery. Fudsy is rocking the Pepsi. Looks like race number 24 again there. I'm wondering if that's another push over to Jeff Gordon there. Oh. Frank Mena in the absolute just replica Jeff Gordon livery there. Josh Garrett here in his that looks like Splendid's livery from a couple seasons ago. I just want to take a look at these. We got Botlando and the Aerosol. Fox rocking his livery again. And then of course the Buggy Weed Jesus livery.
You know, there's something magical about it. Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
your stream's got that bar right in the middle. I don't know if you see that, by the way.
Yeah, I can't get rid of it until
end of the session.
Yeah, the next session starts.
Gotcha. Well,
it's in the middle because of the normal triple.
Ah, I see.
That
yeah, will do it.
With Buggy's livery, there's only one. I need to figure out my speed settings here. There's only one thing we can really say about it, and it says it right on the hood there. Good. It is a good livery. See some of the ads here. Fat Buddha. Can of Provisions, Backwoods. And then of course the Skater Girl. The Skater Girl license plate. Alright, so now we're kicking off qualifying. Everybody's making their way out onto the pit. See some people having a rush here to get out to the front. I'd anticipate some of the drivers are going to wait a little bit and leave a little bit of a gap, some of these faster drivers here. I'd anticipate that Fox lets a gap build up in front of himself, as well as Jawa and some of the other guys that put in those rapid times in the practice session there. Let's try.
Really looking forward to this. Here we go.
Yeah, let's try and hook onto the front of the pack here.
Yeah, it looks like Sebastian Bolio.
Yep, Bolio. Seb Bolio.
That is an incredible last name.
Out at the front of the pack here.
He's really French Canadian, isn't he? Let's see, we've got Jawa right behind him, followed by Articulate Fox. Oh no, followed by Ricky. It'll be Ricky Richmond.
Yeah. So I'd expect Seb here to at least put in. Some of these guys may be doing 2, even 3 outlaps to get their tires into prime condition.
Really?
I know earlier with the tire blankets on, it took about 3 laps before my tires got down to the appropriate pressures to get a solid lap time in. But these setups these guys are running are probably a little bit different than what I was running earlier. Let's grab the gears app here so we can see how fast these guys are going.
Yeah, Seb really taking a wide line through there. Let's see if that benefits him coming out of the exit onto the back straight. It looks like it would have slowed him down if I'm honest, but maybe this is just for the warm-up lap.
So one thing I noticed earlier was that the guys that were running that faster lap time were taking that first corner a little bit deeper into that bend.
Gotcha.
I guess it's not the first corner, but they were taking that a little bit deeper into the bend and allowed them to take a tighter line through the rest of the corner and hug that apex. just due to the shape of that track.
I see. And it looks like Jawa might even get a slipstream if he can't get past Seb here. He ran a little bit wide, going through that particular apex as we watch. So, make his way up to the left-hander here. It's going to sweep back right for a full 180-degree turn. It's going to take it nice and wide, really open up that exit for him. And look at the run he gets off of Jawa, compared to Jawa, I should say. Jawa may have the slipstream, but just barely. Seb really has an excellent run going into the first part of the track, as he's going to have some traffic coming out of the pit lane. Let's see what he does about that.
Yeah, it looks
Hopefully
like
they get out of his way.
Seb just put up a 139.6. Jawa's time here was a 138.
Oh, he got blocked!
4.
Oh, and he's blocking Jawa! Unbelievable! Oh, Ricky Richmond setting off a chain of events here. Oh my goodness. That's going to be tough. Well, he's... Okay, it looks like Seb's going to let Jawa through here, but... Oh, man. Jawa's got to be really frustrated with that one.
Yeah, looking at that timings page there, right now Jawa did get put up in a P1 with that lap. He put up a 138.4 versus Seb's 139.6, but Seb did get a purple sector 3 on that lap. So I'm wondering if he did hold up Jawa a little bit. The current P1 here is Josh Garrett, or the current sector 1 purple time is Josh Garrett, who just went through and set the fastest lap of the race so far.
A 38.1?
Yeah, he just set up a 138.1 there, and let's try and get over to him. Let's see what he's doing a little bit different from the other guys here. We see him.
Some
just
contact
comes
with
in
Dark
direct
Lounge.
contact with Dark Lounge.
Very unfortunate.
Let's see if Dark Lounge just looks like he stayed on the track after that one. He's still out and about. Damage values are pretty low. As long as you have the fuel, you can usually recover from one of those laps. These cars are kind of like little tanks at this point, right?
Yeah.
And then the damage level is turned down a little bit on the server to accommodate the learning rookie culture that we've come to know and love within the real rookie racing community.
Guys, if you're enjoying the race so far, make sure to hit the like button on the Techly Sim Racing live stream. Really would appreciate that. Hope you're all enjoying the show at the moment. We've got another 9 minutes of our qualifying at Mid-Ohio. Still with, wow, I'm seeing 17 drivers on track.
Yeah, we've got 17 drivers on track. If people are around, there's a grid size of 29 minus the broadcasting car here. So there is still, with the 17 cars on track, we still have room for 11 more drivers if anybody is looking at getting in and racing with these guys.
As we spoke, we had Articulate Fox set a 37.602. He's also got a purple Sector 1 already. Why don't we take a look at what Mr. Articulate Fox is doing on track?
All right, let's follow him around here.
Fun.
Let's get down in one of his POV cams here. See what we can learn.
Jawa getting very close. Josh Garrett, both Jawa and Josh Garrett on the 138.1s. Closely behind, only about half a second, Seb Bolio. And in 5th place, Botland.
Let's see what kind of a lap Fox can set here.
Looks like he just pulled off a 37.5, so he just improved by a 10th there.
Yeah, as long as as long as he has fuel, he's going to keep rolling here, though.
Let's see what he has to do with this traffic. Max certainly going to cause a little bit of dirty air, but also a slipstream effect.
Yep. Looks like Max
getting...
got off the line. No contact there, so hopefully Fox can keep it together.
Oh, that was really tough. That was really tough. Let's see what he had to do for Sector 1.
Yeah, wait for that timing to come through here. Sector 1 is definitely the longest one of the track, right? We're
Yes.
seeing 55-second. The best on the server right now, a 55.8 for that Sector 1. Looks like he's about 4/10 down after
Oh,
the
and he's got a big
descent
slide
there.
going. Okay.
And he's got a slide going. So let's
Buggy
see.
also falling off the track right about at the same time.
Let's pull up a performance delta here so we can see what type of lap time difference these guys are doing. Where they're improving, where they're behind. We click through the grid here to see where we're at. We see Bin Jimmy here. It looks like that delta's frozen on Bin Jimmy. Let's move off and move back here to see. No.
He's just locked in.
Ricky Richmond, though, look at that, 11.5 up on his best right now. He's coming across the line here. It looks like he's going to put up a 140.6, moving him up into P8.
Lovely. Well done, Ricky.
Good job,
Really well
Ricky.
done. A lot of new names down below the top 5 here. I recognize both Nick Cruz and Wibba, but besides those two, they're all new people to me.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
thank you, Mr. Anderson, for the love in the chat. Really appreciate you.
Hey, Brett. Yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot more drivers turn out, a lot more unfamiliar drivers. I drove in the EU race earlier. I managed to get away from work long enough to jump in and drive, and there's just new names everywhere right now. Oh, it looks like King
Amazing.
Flash is up 3/10 on his best right now.
Whoa, a full second.
A
Whoa,
full second.
Whoa, 2 seconds.
Two.
Oh,
He's only on that first straight. Let's hang in here with Flash while he's running this lap.
I was going to say, let's see this sector 1 as we get to the end here. I'm ready for it.
I know these Dark Lounge guys, they've been showing up more and more to our open races, and they definitely have pace when they come, and they're just here to have a good time. They're all super friendly, super nice, and it's just a blast having them on the track with us. So
nearly 3 seconds up on his personal best. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I mean, looking at his best lap of the session right now, he's at a 147.1. So getting this clean lap in is going to move him up from this P16 that he's in, potentially into the top 10 if he can find a little bit more time here.
Big time. He's already 3 1/4 seconds up here. Hopefully he can gain. Oh, took that. Oh, well, let's see how he handles this entry. That was really interesting line to take there. Holding it close in the middle of the track.
Yeah, it looks like he's improving to about a 144.3, but he's up at the start of this lap here too. Let's cycle through the grid here and see what's going on. We see Dan had a little bit of a mishap here at that final corner. One thing to note, and then Fudzy here's on an outlap, so we'll come back around to him in a little bit. Same with Seb. Max is in the pits. Sid here, about half a second down right now, but it looks like he's just coming around that first straight.
Oh, looks like we have an 18th driver joining the grid, J-Ray. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, welcome aboard, J-Ray. Happy to see you here. I will keep dropping the Discord link in the chat here.
Please do.
Just making sure that everybody knows where they can find us, where they can find more information on our races. We run races every Monday, Friday, and Saturday with an open community vote event on Wednesdays. It's a lot of fun. It's hard to find the time to get in, but we always have a waiting list for our leagues at the moment. If we can get more people to turn out for our events, that would give us the opportunity to run more leagues and open up more lanes for more drivers to compete. We see Frank Mena coming up on Flash here. It looks like he got off track a little bit, but it looks like he's on an outlap. It looks like they're both on an outlap. So this corner exit here is what's going to make this for them. We'll see if he's
While we've
got.
been talking about other stuff, I just noticed Josh Garrett lowered the bar again, a 137.132.
Yeah,
Really pushing it.
Josh is a super fast driver. He's got a lot of pace here in these cars, and we see car backwards on the track there. Looks like Josh is on another outlap here. Let's hang around with him and see if he can up on his delta. If he drops down, we'll take a look down the grid a little bit here. But it looks like he had a better exit out of that final corner on this time around.
A little bit tougher of a time through that first apex, but he's back up on his lap. Look at that, almost a 10th.
Yep, and we'll see what kind of line he takes through here. There's a couple different lines that I see people take. Some of the faster times I see are from that deeper line, and then the cut back to that apex. It allows them to run a little wider here while being fully on the throttle.
Josh cut in a little bit earlier on that apex than I would have expected, but he seems to be gaining a little bit.
Yeah, it looks
nearly
like
an identical lap.
Yeah, it looks like he's running about exactly on pace. He's slowly gaining some time here. Oh, it looks like he's down about a quarter, but he should be able to get that back.
Let's see what he can do. We've got about, 45 seconds left in our qualifying session here, folks.
Yep, 45 seconds left in the qualifying session. We should be able to get another lap in for some of these guys. Grab this here so we can see the current position that we're focused on, as well as the time remaining in the session. Looks like Josh is going to get one more lap in as long as he has fuel, just because he did manage to cross that line before the timer expired there.
Poor exit out of the final corner, but a good exit through turn one, and he's in the grass.
He went wide there.
Okay, does anybody have something for him? Oh, okay, Jawa pops into P2, passing Articulate Fox. Let's see what anybody has on the finishing line.
Yeah, we don't have anybody checkered right now. So
Articulate Fox about to be checkered flag. What's he got? Nothing for him. Okay. Articulate Fox does not improve. Third place, he remains 137.5. We've got Dan coming around now. Big Dan coming around now. Let's see what he can do this time
goes a
here.
little wide there.
146. Oh, Bot Lando has fallen off the track at the final corner. I'm watching this live timing page here now. We've got Frank Mena coming around the final sector as we speak, followed by Seb and Jawa. Do we have any improvement? We've got Wibba at the back with his own improvement. Does Seb have anything for these guys in the top four?
We got Big Dan out on his lap. He's about 3/10 down on his current session best. Back in P17.
Seb about a second, or almost a second off, a few tenths off. Oh, a few tenths off sector 2 as well. Rough lap for Seb, but Josh Garrett with the improvement in the middle sector.
Frank Mena and Josh Garrett. He returned to pit there at the end.
Wow, Josh was flying in that middle sector.
We got Frank Mena
absolutely flying.
About 3/10 on his lap. He's the only one in here that I can see right now that is not checkered. So let's hang out with him. Let's hope for the best. This Jeff Gordon livery. Let's send it to the top. He's already top 10, which is great for him.
Okay, he's 4/10 up. He lost a little bit there. Come on, Frank, you can do it.
There he is. He's up 5.
Oh,
ended
Frank!
Up losing it, going a little wide there.
You hate to see it.
It looks like Seb is not checkered currently. He's up 2/10 on his best. He's got a gap right now of less than 2/10 to Bot Lando directly in front of him. So if he can finish this lap being up like he is right now, there is a good chance that we will see a position shift going into the first race here. One thing to keep in mind.
Seb's he's got more than a 37.9. Come on, Seb, you can get it done.
Yeah, Seb, you got this.
Let's see what he can put together.
One thing that is very disconcerting about this track is this last corner into this hairpin here. There's a massive elevation change. Oh, it looks like Seb abandoned that lap to go back to the pits here.
Alrighty. Throws in the towel, but respectable 5th position for Seb. I think he can make up on Botlando. If not in the first lap, then maybe in the second. But hopefully we see... I mean, honestly, the grid really tightened up there as we got through our qualifying session.
Yeah, if we go in and look at the current lap times, we've got Josh Garrett here. Came around with a 137.1 for P1. Jawa here with a 137.4 for P2. Articulate Fox only a 10th behind Jawa here with a 137.5. We've got Botlando coming in strong with another 137.8. And then Seb here with a 137.9, just shy of a 138. Even moving down to P6 here, we've got less than a second separating the top 6, and then Buggy just outside of those. Nick Cruz is the next in the gap. So if we look here, we've got the top 7 all within about a second of each other. And then once we get back to P8 here, we've got Nick Cruz with a 139.9, so around that 140 mark. And then moving down, we've got Ricky Richmond, Frank Mena, Fudzy, all in that same 140 mark. And then we've got Ben Jimmy. We've got Ben Jimmy, Sid, Dark Lounge, all within a second of each other. And then we've got another group here with King Flash, Max Yang, and Big Dan bringing up the back here. One thing to note here: this is a double race reverse grid. Oh, looks like we're on the track. Let's not do that. So, leading up the front here, we've got Josh Garrett, followed by Jawa, Articulate Fox, Botlando, Seb Bellew, Wibba. We've got Buggy coming in strong, Nick Cruz, Ricky Richmond, Frank Mena, Fudzy, Ben Jimmy, Sid, Dark Lounge, King Flash, Max Yang, and Big Dan. We've got about 25 seconds until the lights go out and we can hit the grid. We'll make our way through, back to the front. Looks like the lights are coming up right now.
Good luck to all of our drivers.
Good luck to the drivers. Let's
We're at
see.
6 lights. And it's go. Great start from Jawa. Unbelievably gets a huge start on Josh. We're going 3 wide for P3 and 4. Wibba looking to take that spot. While Jawa gets an excellent getaway. Oh my goodness. Botlando holding on. Going for P2. Look at the momentum he got on Josh there. Oh my goodness. Can he keep the position? Oh, we've got contact near the back. We've got a car off track. Josh Gear going for the wide line. What have we got off track here?
Sid got pushed off here, but he's not too far back from the grass.
Meanwhile, oh my goodness. Josh Garrett going side by side with Seb. Seb looking to make up some places here.
Yeah, it looks like Buggy fell back a few places here. Sad to see it, but I'm sure he'll make it back up. This is a rookie league. There are a lot of mistakes. Anything can happen at any point throughout the race. Your P1 could end up at the back of the grid during the last lap. Doesn't matter if there's a 60-second gap. You never know what's going to happen in these races with the varying level of experience. We know some of these drivers...
We got a lot of rubbing going on in the field.
Yeah, I see a lot of...
big impact. Big Dan seems to have had a big impact, oh my goodness, with Max Yang.
Yeah, there's Big Dan over there.
Max with a big impact at the back of the grid, right? I'm seeing that on the track right now, yes.
Max over
big
here,
impact.
Recovering. Looks like he's not back too far at this point. Looks like the damage is still bearable. If we look
Should be able to get away with it.
Let's make our way back up to the front of the grid here.
Yes, indeed. We're first place. We've just finished our first lap. We've got Jawa in front. Bot Lando P2 with Josh Garrett recovering to P3 as we speak. He's thrown down the fastest lap. He set the fastest second and third sector. With Seb in tow and P4, we've got a nice, close grid, especially our podium positions here. People out of place a little bit.
You love to see it when it gets mixed up.
Oh, yeah.
One thing to mention is with the reverse grid, these top drivers, these guys who qualified at the front, are going to be stuck towards the back of the track for the second race.
Oh, we've got contact. Bot Lando. Josh Garrett.
Yeah, some
Josh
minor
sends
contact.
it up the inside.
Some minor contact. Doesn't look like anybody's race got disrupted from that, which you'd
No,
love to see.
absolutely
So,
not.
a little bit of contact, elbows out racing. You like to see the good hard racing. Meanwhile, Jawa's up in front, just kind of running away at this point. He's spread a gap so far. He's 1.4 seconds ahead of Josh Garrett behind him, but Josh was battling it out with
Bot Lando
for a while there.
Bot Lando, he was in the slipstream looking to make a move on Josh, but could not take advantage of the momentum that he had. But getting a great entrance to that corner, setting himself up to cut the track there, unfortunately. But he keeps his momentum going here. Bot Lando, tough sector 3, but he'll recover from there. Let's see what our guys can do around turn 1. This is looking great. Love that corner. As they enter the chicane, beginning to spread out just a little bit, but looks like oh, go ahead.
You see Jawa's taking that tighter line around that hairpin, while Josh is taking that more wide entry that we see some of the faster drivers take. But Jawa's still holding it out in the front. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far with a 1:38.1. I expect to see those lap times drop pretty significantly over the course of the race.
Oh, we've got a spinner.
Spin here. We got
Seb. No.
Looks like he managed
other
to
drivers
mostly out of the wall and out of other drivers here.
Wibbo taking big advantage of that moment. Oh my goodness. Seb with a small contact with the wall, but keeps it going.
Yeah,
Frank wrapping up our top 10 here.
The separation between our P1 and our P10 really isn't that much. You'd think that it would be a little bit more than that, but we've only got about 15 seconds between the two of them.
No, all of the gaps are within about 2 seconds here in the top 14, really.
Yeah, and the braking zone difference on these MX5s is because of how you have to carry the speed through the corner with these cars. That could be the difference between an overtake and a 2-second gap.
It looks like back from P7, we've got Ricky Richmond holding up, making the Alonso train, as it would be.
Yeah,
and Seb backing up the front pack in P6. Oh, but Ricky Richmond, last lap, 139, faster than a lot of these, than Seb himself, and pretty close to Wibba.
Yeah, a 139.6. He's up there, all the way up to lap times equivalent to the top 6, top 5. If we can keep the consistency up, we already saw one of our more consistent, faster drivers go off the track with Seb there.
Why don't we take a peek? Why don't we take a peek at that front fight in the Mr. Josh Garrett and Jawa? It looks like the gap is only about half a second. Oh, 1 second now, half a second. Just about. Keeping it really consistent. Bot Lando seems to have fallen behind a little bit, as well as Articulate Fox.
Yeah, if we loop around here, we can see that the gap between Josh Garrett here and Bot Lando behind has expanded to about 2.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Josh is within a second of Jawa here. We see Jawa taking these tighter, more traditional lines instead of taking the wider runs on these corners where you can maintain a little bit more speed through the corner. Jawa's lines are typically a little bit safer, but he does come from that long race background, the endurance background, where it's all about consistency and making sure that you're keeping your car on the track. Meanwhile, a lot of these drivers are more used to these sprint races. Anything under an hour, I would consider to fall into that sprint category, where really it's just lap after lap, pushing as hard as you can, rather than maintaining the stability and consistently throughout the duration of the race. Oh, we see Jawa slowed down quite a bit there and holding up Josh. That could be a form of strategy to try and throw Josh off his game a little bit. Just making him brake a lot harder, a lot deeper into a corner that he's comfortable with, and then allowing Jawa to potentially spread a little bit more of a gap from him. Doesn't seem like that's working though. We've got about 0.2 of a second between the two of these guys. Coming in this last hairpin again here. See who gets the better exit here. It looks like Josh has a little bit more speed. He's going to send it right around the outside. Pushing all the way 0.1 of a second. It looks like Josh pulls off going into the last corner. He didn't want to risk it going around the outside and getting stuck in the grass there. Let's see. Looks like Buggy's got about a 0.5 second gap to either Nick ahead of him or Fudsy right behind him. Let's go check in on that, or wait here for them to catch up, and we'll grab onto them as they make their way around the corner here.
Certainly.
We can see they're fighting close. In that P10, P9, it looks like Frank Mena there managed to make his way up into P8.
Would you mind taking a look at the lead real quick?
Yeah.
That gap is 0 at the moment.
Yeah, let's make our way back up to the front here.
Jawa really holding on to it. Oh my goodness, as we see.
Yeah, he's keeping those defensive lines.
Looking for a mover on the outside. Forcing Jawa to go wide. Takes the inside line. Josh, let's see if he gets the move done here. Looks like he will.
Yeah, but coming up here, we've got another corner where Jawa could throw it inside if he really feels like he has the opportunity. It looks like he did pull off.
But he stuck it up the inside. Josh with a little more momentum. Max got out of the way there, which is great.
Yeah, I think Jawa got a little distracted by him being just off the track there, but even looking behind, these guys are fighting so hard that gap behind Botlando is closed down to less than 2 seconds right now. And then Fox is only a second behind him, so this is still anyone's race. We're only halfway through right now.
Flash and Ben Jimmy apparently seemed to have made a little bit of contact, but it seemed like rubbing. Good racing there.
See what comes up here. We've got Josh. We'll watch that gap to see if that spreads out a little bit more, or if Jawa is able to catch back up to him. Good to see Webba in the 7-Eleven car here, up in P6. He's making his way through. There's Max cutting through the grass. Ricky Richmond here coming around P7. We've got Frank Mena up in P8 right now. Then we've got the Buggy himself. Looks like he managed to make that pass on Nick Cruz, and he's pulling a little bit of a gap himself here. Back here we've got King Flash, who is following up with Ben Jimmy. Make our way back up to the front of the pack here. We can see Josh has managed to expand that gap out to about 1.2 seconds. Josh is one of the drivers that was putting up those 136s in the race earlier, so I'm not too surprised that he's pulling ahead. But it looks like Botlando is managing to catch up to Jawa here. I'm wondering if they can catch each other and work together on these straights to maybe get a little bump draft going on and get that extra pace to catch up to Josh here at the front. Josh has separate. Oh, where'd it go? Josh has separated the gap out to about 1.5 seconds right now. We got Seb back in P5. It looks like he's fallen back a little bit from the rest of the group.
Josh Garrett putting up the monster lap, 1:37.029. Pulling out about a 1 second gap. Oh, looks like he may have made a mistake. Oh. The gap between him and Jawa is floating around about 1 second. Jawa seems to be holding on just barely.
Yeah, we've got about 1.4, 1.5 on there. Looks like Jawa's got a better entrance into some of these corners. Oh, we see
Lando
Josh
really holding it together.
Sliding a little wide there. I'm wondering if he's struggling with his rears. I did notice earlier there were some complaints with those rear tires, just not maintaining the heat and losing grip halfway through the race. We have broken past that halfway point, so it's possible that Jawa is maintaining his tires a little bit better at this point and is able to catch up. He's closed that gap down to about 1 second, meaning he's caught about a half a second up on Josh Garrett here.
Looking further down in the field, it seems Lando holding on to about that 2 second gap. Articulate Fox only about a second behind him in 4th place. Looking for a podium finish, and then Seb, unfortunately, with that mistake, about 7 seconds behind P4. Oh, did we see a change of place there? Nope. It looks like Wibba's still in P6, Ricky Richmond in P7, and Frank in P8, moving up from P10. Frank making up some good ground.
Yeah, Frank's definitely got the consistency going on this particular race. It's great to see, additional drivers that we don't normally see fighting towards the front, making his way up. Gap between.
Looks like Buggy's made up a place as well, but still in P9. It looks like Frank must have overtook him as well.
Yeah, it looks like Buggy's back here. We see a couple cars going a little bit wide there. Got Buggy making his way through. Followed not too far behind, we've got Nick Cruz and Fudzy, both making their way around the same corner. You can see the different lines that go through here, and it's really interesting to see which drivers seem to get the better pace from taking a little bit of a different driving angle. Coming up further back here, we've got Dark Lounge, followed by King Fox and Sid back in P14 right now. We've got Big Dan following him in P15, and then behind Big Dan we've got a decent gap here to the next driver here.
Oh wow, yeah, King Flash is almost a full lap down on Big Dan. Oh, he just went off as well. King Flash seemingly about to go a full lap down on P15. Very unfortunate. Max Young has overtaken. Max Young has overtaken King Flash. I cannot believe my eyes. Max having that big incident off in the first lap. Getting an overtake on. Love to see it. Really feeling for King Flash here, but must have made some kind of big mistake other than the one that we just saw.
It is really exciting to see these top four still fighting it out close together.
Yeah, they're really going for it. Seb, oh my goodness, Seb must have made another mistake. Now almost 8.5 seconds back in P5. Looks like he just doesn't have the pace of the front four, unfortunately.
Yeah, it looks like he's dropping probably about 3/10 a lap here, just off of raw pace. I don't think he's really making too many big mistakes. I think that he just doesn't have the consistent lap time in the 137s that we're seeing these front four pull off. If we look at the last lap for each of these guys, we see Josh Garrett put up a 138.1, Jawa at a 137.8, Bot Lando put up a 137.3.
Whoa! Bot Lando.
And Fox putting up a 137.7 here.
Is Bot Lando going to have a chance at... Oh, somebody just got out of the way. I believe that is going to be Big Dan.
Yeah,
yes,
it looks like Big Dan got out of the way of these guys. You love to see the respect that these guys have for each other on the track. You see the faster driver coming out in, and you really just get out of the way. It is awesome to see the respect that these guys have for each other, and the fact that everybody's just here to race and have fun. We'll go park on top of our electrical pole here and watch these guys come flying through this corner. We've got Josh Garrett, Jawa, Bot Lando all neck and neck. It looks like Bot Lando is getting ready to take an overtake here on Jawa potentially within the next lap or two. We only
He's
have...
got about the same, roughly the same lap time this lap as Josh, even 2/10 faster. We're seeing he's about 7/10 faster than Jawa. Let's see what he can get done, if he can get it done in the next 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, we see Bot Lando put in a 137 flat. That's 7/10 quicker than Jawa's last lap there. We may have a battle here to switch positions on this P2, P3 on the podium. It looks like Fox has fallen back a little bit here. He's about 2.2 back from Bot Lando. But let's see if Bot Lando can come up with something on these last couple laps here.
These top four are really starting to pump out some great times. We've got Josh Garrett with the 37.0, matching the time of Bot Lando. Only a few thousandths faster.
Yeah, it looks like 7 thousandths of a second faster than
Unbelievable.
Bot Lando's fastest lap. We do see we are catching up with King Flash here. We're getting a little bit of contact coming through this traffic, this lap traffic.
Mr. Flash, we're going to need you to get out of the way of Mr. Bot Lando, please.
Still
King
got
Flash,
a
thank
solid
you.
battle
Okay.
here. Just a little bit of contact.
Oh, Bot Lando pushing Jawa.
Looks like Jawa
giving him the friendly push.
Went a little bit wide and had to brake there. Bot Lando came up right on him.
Oh, you've really got a feel for Jawa here.
Yeah, it looks like he's
Bot Lando
falling back about 2 seconds. They're coming into lap traffic here.
Oh, Bot Lando getting a little greedy on that exit apex there, but the lap traffic really becoming quite a factor. Seems to be getting out of the way of Jawa as well, which is nice to see. We've got the gaps are all about 1 second here in the top four. Pretty incredible stuff to see after 20 minutes of racing.
Yep. Looking at the current lap position, it looks like we're going to get one more lap in after this one for these guys. Anybody who is not down a lap at this time will have a chance to do another lap. We've got one more full lap of racing. Keep in mind that it is a reverse grid. We will have a second race, and this front runner here, Josh Garrett, is going to have to fight his way through the entire pack in order to make his way back up to the front. A lot of the time in these second races with the reverse grid format, we do see quite a bit of chaos as these faster drivers are getting a little bit greedy, a little bit confident, trying to make their way through the traffic. I would not be surprised at all if we see some of these drivers in the grass on this first turn during the second race here. Looks like Jawa's fallen back to about 2.7 seconds back. It looks like that lap traffic really did a number here on Jawa's battle with Josh. Bot Lando also fell back to about 1.3 seconds. Articulate Fox about 3.4 seconds back from Bot Lando at this point. And then Seb bringing it up back here about 3.5 seconds back. Or no, 9.6 seconds. After Seb, we've got about a 11-second gap to Whippa, but we've got some lap traffic coming through here as well. Let's make our way back over to these final turns to see if anybody can make anything happen. It looks like Bot Lando has closed that gap down to about 1 second between him and Jawa right in front of him.
Let's see if Jawa can hold on. Here comes our leader, Josh Garrett. Absolutely flying. Really sensational job of recovering after that tough start. Got overtaken by a couple people, but muscled his way back through. Past Bot Lando. Fought with Seb. Got past Jawa eventually. And as he crosses the finish line here, he's going to be the winner of our first race.
And
Jawa hangs on for P2.
And sets a purple lap here with a 136.9 for Josh's last lap of the race.
Amazing stuff. There we go.
We got Fox
Wonderful.
coming in P4. We got our top four coming through. Let's see who else
Looks
is
like we're
coming
gonna
through
have
here. We got Seb
Seb.
Billiou. Dark Lounge is going to come across here in P14 and finish the race.
Got a nice gap here.
Got
Wibba.
P16
Oh,
with
Max
Max
Yang.
Lang. Wibba coming across in P6.
Oh, King Flash not getting the honors for the second to last place. Max beating him out there. Oh, Frank Mena. An excellent P8. Well done to him. Ricky Richmond getting P7 there. Our guy Buggy crossing the line as we speak. What was that for him?
P9 for Buggy here. We
P9.
got Fudzy crossing in P10 right behind him. Nick Cruz following up P11. We got Ben Jimmy here coming through on P12.
And the last driver on track, it looks like it's going to be Sid.
Yeah, last driver on track coming through is going to be Sid. Not sure where Sid
he's
on
in
the track
Sector
here.
2. He's on Sector 2. He's coming. There he is.
Sid coming through here. They got a little bit of a gap there, but looks like front runners here put in 13 laps among the top 12. After that, we've got a couple other people coming in with 12 laps, and then Max Yang coming through with 11. Same with King Flash.
Now that was some pretty great racing.
That was some
pretty excellent. That was a lot of fun to watch. I hope you guys at home had a good time watching as well. That was so much fun. Really enjoyed that. Thank you, the Real Rookie Racing YouTube account, for the support in the YouTube comment section. I really appreciate it. At your own event. Can't believe it. Next, of course, we're going to be getting our second race. That is going to be a reverse grid, so our qualifying grid is going to be swapped up. Josh is going to be starting all the way at the back. Josh Garrett, that should be. Give him a little burnout sesh.
It's actually waiting for us to finish our lap, but we're not able to actually go out and do the race here because it is going to put us at the front of the grid if we go and complete even a single lap. We're going to try and teleport back to the grid, or to the pit box here, and see if we can force that session to end. And it looks like that did work for us, was sending it back to the pit box.
Yes, indeed.
Well, it looks like we lost Ben Jimmy for the second race here, and Max Yang.
And Max.
Still have 15 drivers on the grid for race 2. So we should be able to see some pretty intense battles coming through here. So I'll let you do the call outs on the grid on the start of the second race here from front to back as we go through.
Just hit Ben, Jimmy, and Max in the Discord with the reminder that there's a second race.
Yeah, good call out. There is about probably about a minute before that second race is going to send us to the grid here. So, oh, 15 seconds on the wait time.
Alrighty. I'll be just right back.
All right. Looks like Max Yang did jump back in for the second race here. We'll see if Ben Jimmy makes it back as well. If not, then that's unfortunate, but it will be okay. Coming up at the front of the grid here, we've got King Flash, Max Yang, Big Dan, Dark Lounge, Sid. In here, we would have Ben Jimmy if he was around. Nick Cruz, Fudzy, Buggy, Frank Mena, Ricky Richmond, Wibba, Seb Bellew, Articulate Fox, Botlando, Jawa, and then Josh Garrett pulling up the back.
What a
Well,
rundown.
Looks like Max did drop again
Oh,
here.
Max made it back. Look at that.
Oh, we've got no
Oh,
major contact at the start of the race here. Oh no!
Well, he's back on his right side up. He's right side up.
He's right side up. We're gonna keep driving here.
Oh,
just
big contact.
Ran right into the back of him at the start of the race. We see Fox made it all the way up to P6 off that start line. Dark Lounge right now running in the front here. We've got Fudzy. Fudzy right behind him. We've got Frank Mena. Yeah, Fox, Wiba, and Seb all at the front. We've got Jawa made it back up as well. Sid, Josh Garrett still fighting his way towards the back of the pack here. We've got Botlando right behind them, Big Dan, Buggy. And then we've got the unfortunate incident between Nick Cruz, Ricky Richmond, and King Flash at the start of the race there. It looks like Max Yang was able to make it back into the race and start from the pits here. It's exciting to see what comes of that. Looks like we've got another big incident over here.
Oh no! Oh no!
We got
I saw a bunch of names. Ricky Richmond. Oh, Nick Cruz.
Buggy. We've got Nick Cruz over here off the track. Josh Garrett still at the back here. We've got Sid. I saw some names flash up for the front of the pack here.
Moly.
We've got Frank Mena currently running in the front, followed closely by Articulate Fox, Dark Lounge, Fudzy, Seb, Bellew, Jawa, Botlando.
Botlando
we see
pushes
Wiba go
off
a
track.
little wide there.
They were side by side. He might not have had the grip to make the corner there. Articulate Fox.
Look at
absolutely
how tight. We've got
down.
3 wide down this front straight.
3 wide.
We'll see
what
if
are they
they're
going to do?
brave enough to take that into the first corner. I have a feeling
there's
going to lift off. Oh, Fudzy goes a little wide based off the contact. I think he got right in front of Jawa and tapped the brakes. Jawa just bumped right into the back of him and sent him with a little bit more speed into that corner than he was anticipating. Got Dark Lounge, Big Dan. We got Sid coming up. Josh Garrett followed closely by Buggy. We got Nick Cruz and Ricky Richmond bringing up the back of this group here. Let's make our way back towards the front. We've got Fudzy here still in the pack. We're starting to spread out a little bit here, but we see Articulate Fox up at the front. They're making a move on Frank Mena.
Articulate Fox to the lead.
Articulate Fox is up into the front here. It'll be interesting to see how big of a gap he can break out before Josh Garrett and Jawa and Botlando, those front runners from the last race, fight their way through the rest of the pack here.
It was pretty great to see that Jeff Gordon livery up in front, though. That was pretty awesome. Can't lie.
It was very fantastic. I think Frank may have the pace to keep a battle towards the front, especially if there's some defensive driving towards the back here between Seb, Bellew, and Botlando.
Ooh, Botlando getting up on the inside of Seb here. Let's see if he can get the move to stick. No, there's contact.
We see some minor contact. No one's race was disrupted from it there, but we do have Jawa, Botlando, and Seb all neck and neck here, fighting for that last podium position right now. Articulate Fox is spreading the gap out here. He's got about 1.1 second up on Frank Mena already. I expect to see that continue to grow as he has the clean air out in the front there until he comes up with some additional lap traffic.
We've got Botlando still trying to make a move on Seb here. He's really in the slipstream.
We've got Seb, Botlando, Jawa.
He's got to have him down here on the straight.
We've got Wiba coming around behind. I don't know.
Where's the slipstream? Come on.
There. Oh, he's
there
going
it is.
for the
Here's the move.
Here. Oh, he backed out of it.
Backed out of it, allowing Jawa to get another inch closer. Oh, Jawa. Buggy.
Oh, we've got
Josh
some
Garrett.
Contact with Buggy, Josh Garrett, Big Dan, and Sid.
Oh, no.
I see contact with the environment as well from Big Dan. It looks like he might have went
off
track.
Oh, man, Josh has really got his work cut out for him here.
Yeah.
Josh, oh my goodness. He's just trying to keep up with the packet, but Buggy's really giving him some trouble here.
Yeah, Buggy's just going to give him hell. He's going to drive defensive against Josh here. Obviously, between our support staff and the Real Rookie Racing community, we're all out to help each other. But when we get on track with each other, it doesn't matter if you're faster. We are going to fight for every inch between these guys. Looks like Buggy did run a little wide.
Botlando, Jawa, and Seb Bolio all going back and forth right now. There's a big fight going on for second place or third place.
Yeah, and we see they're slowing each other up enough that Frank Mena can make his way through.
Yes, absolutely. Frank is hanging on because they're all fighting each other. Oh, Jawa making the move on Botlando. Here we go. Finally. Does he have... Yes, he does have the speed through the corner there to make it stick. He's going to be giving that slipstream all the way down the straight, but it looks like Seb taking advantage of the fighting, getting up into P3. Unbelievable. Right up behind Frank. Let's see if he can keep up with Frank here. Articulate Fox getting to run away with it. Really being able to just run away with it.
Yeah, Fox is up in the clear air. He's going to be able to just keep cruising, setting clean laps here. He's up 3 seconds on the group behind here. It looks like Seb has closed that gap down to about half a second on Frank here. Hopefully Frank can throw some defensive lines and get his elbows out and keep that position. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold it for 13 minutes, but there's a lot of racing going on right now.
Absolutely. Oh, Seb really getting onto the back of Frank here. Let's see if he can put some pressure on Articulate Fox up in front. Nobody else setting times in the 37s, it must be said. He's about 3.5 seconds clear. Seb going for P2. He's greedy. He wants that place. Jawa also wants that place. He's going to get the run. Let's see if Frank can do anything to hang on to P3. It doesn't look like he'll be able to. Oh, no, he will. He will through turn 1.
Oh, Jawa's going taking for the move. It on the inside. Looks like he...
Jawa not able to make it stick.
Drops it a little bit here.
Oh, no, we've got a spin.
Oh, no.
Botlando.
Oh, no, Botlando. Oh, he hits those tires hard, but these cars are tanks. I would be shocked with how he made contact there if he has any major damage that's going to disrupt his race even further. Looks like Seb did manage to make it past Frank Mena there. And he's about 4 seconds back from Articulate Fox right now. We did see Seb and the rest of the guys here putting up those 137 flats in the last race. So this is still anybody's race. Whether Fox can build a gap out a little bit more here, or if he even has a minor moment, or catches up to some lap traffic. We see Jawa in here fighting hard with Frank Mena. I want to grab on to Frank.
Grab him.
All right, so we're gonna sit and watch Frank Mena as he continues to work his way back through the grid here.
Just noticed, looks like also Dark Lounge just went off track after contact with Ricky Richmond, unfortunately, but they have both recovered. Frank Mena having a crash with the environment. Oh, he's really putting up the defense. He's really throwing the elbows out.
Yeah, he's got those elbows out on Jawa here. Jawa's got the run for it. Leaving him just barely enough space, but enough to pull that gap across.
Clean, boys. Well
Good,
done,
clean
Jawa.
Racing between you guys there. Glad to see it. Jawa. Glad to see the fights.
Has Josh Garrett down into 14th. What happened? What happened?
Let's make our way back and see if he's got any major car
His last lap was a 2:10. Did he take a pit? Well, something we'll have to catch up with him, but something must have happened there.
We've got Buggy making his way through. We might have to pull Josh Garrett in for a post-race interview to see what happened. As we see back here, we've got Big Dan coming through, and we've got Josh Garrett coming in right behind in P14. I wonder if he had a major moment there somewhere. I don't see any significant damage on his car anywhere. Whoa. Oh, we got some more contact with Dan there.
Big Dan and Josh. Oh, you hate to see it. Josh really unlucky this race after winning the first one by such a good margin. Really, really having a tough time out there at the moment. Oh, he's at a purple sector 1 and has not been rewarded for it on this last lap.
Yeah, it looks like he set the fastest lap of the race on the last lap. He's got a 137.4. Closest behind that I'm seeing right now for best laps is Articulate Fox here with a 137.7. So he's about 3/10 up on Fox's best lap. Over here we see a little bit of a moment from Fudzy as he goes a little wide into the turn there. We'll make our way back around and catch up with the rest of the grid to see what's going on. Looks like the battles aren't quite as close at this point anymore. It looks like Frank Mena did the work necessary to keep those gaps a little apart and disrupt the traffic flow for those guys trying to make their way up to the front. We've got Dark Lounge back here in P11 making his way up to the front. If we look at the previous lap times, we've got a 140.1 for Richmond right ahead of him, and a 142.3 for Dark Lounge. So I'm not sure Dark Lounge is going to catch up with the traffic, but anything could happen at this point in the race. Any moment. We've seen plenty of contact this race. We've seen plenty of incidents. Got Buggy up here, kind of in his own world right now. He's got a decent gap between himself and the car ahead. I've got about 12.5 seconds on Buggy here.
I'm expecting, I think we'll see if everything goes right for Josh Garrett, we'll probably see him in like P7 at the end of the race, maybe even P6 if all goes well, but I don't think we're going to be seeing him catch up to the front guys. I think they're just too fast and too far ahead.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately.
We've got Jawa here running in P2 now. He's about 5 seconds back on Articulate Fox. And Seb,
he must have recovered about half a second on this lap because, as far as I can tell, he was a little over 5.5 seconds back before.
Yeah, he's up a
Still
10th
hovering
on his,
on that.
up 2/10 on his PB right now, and he gained a 10th back in the overall lap time on the previous lap. We see Seb Bellew coming right behind Jawa here, about 2 seconds back. You need to be within about a half second to get anything out of the slipstream on these cars. Anything further back than that, and it's very, very minor. Ooh, we see Jawa take that corner a little aggressively. Lost a good 2/10 through that corner.
We've got Buggy off track. Oh no. Buggy's just gone off track. He's getting passed by Sid as we speak. Dark Lounge seems to be right behind him.
Yeah, it looks like he went a little wide there and ended up spinning around on the inside. Excellent to see the post-race, or it'll be excellent to bring some of these guys into the post-race to just hear about the race and what happened during the races to impact the events the way that they were.
Yeah.
Got Nick Cruz back here in P7. He's got plenty of room behind him. He's got about 5 seconds between him and Sid behind. We've got 12 seconds in front to Wibba. Looking back, we've got Ricky Richmond holding up Josh Garrett a little bit here. Josh Garrett does seem like he's going to make the pass around the corner here, making his way through. Going
up to
in this
P11
final
already.
corner. All right, we've got Dark Lounge as well coming off the final straight, followed closely by Buggy. Less than a second between the two of them. And then Sid ends up going a little wide and losing control of the car. It goes off into the gravel there, or into the grass there, and hits the barrier. We do see Buggy does have a better line coming through here and has a little bit more pace coming onto the straight. Knowing Buggy, he's at the back of the pack here, and he's calling out in VC right now to Dark Lounge to get some bump draft going on, to bring them together, work together to get back up to the front of the track. Looks like getting too close to the corner, so he's going to go for the move here. He went for that wide line in to get a better run on the exit. Coming through. can see Dark Lounge throwing his Elvis out, not letting Buggy through without a fight. You love to see it. You love to see the hard racing between these guys. Even though it's an open event, it's not part of the season.
Oh, Buggy,
we see
big
Buggy
move up the inside.
absolute throw it through the inside and
Dark
cut
Lounge.
back.
Oh,
A beautiful move by Buggy through Dark Lounge off of his line. Didn't know exactly how to handle it. Great move by Buggy there to move himself up into P8.
Buggy with the classic forcing your opponent to make a mistake.
We got Jawa back here. Again,
We've got Josh Garrett. Oh, Josh Garrett has already passed Dark Lounge. He has already passed Dark Lounge. He's now just half a second behind Buggy. Wow.
And Jawa has maintained that 2-second gap to Seb Bellew behind. He's about 4.6 seconds back right now on Articulate Fox. It looks like Fox may run away with this one.
3.5 minutes to go. It's really looking like that. I'm not seeing, other than a big mistake, I'm not seeing much that could overturn that result.
Got Fudzy back here in P13. Directly in front of Fudzy we have Sid. We saw Sid have some moments earlier, so Fudzy definitely could still have a chance at that P12 position, making his way towards the car in front. Got Seb Bellew back here in P3, making his way, closing that gap down on Jawa. He's about 1.7 seconds down now. Judging by where they are on the track, they've got 3 more laps, including this one, before the end of the session. So
Josh Garrett has made it past Buggy. He's now into P8.
We could still see
previous race winner.
We could still see a decent fight here between Seb and Jawa as well. We see Max Yang, glad he made it back to the race. It looks like he's having a little bit of a rough start, and he did happen to start from the pit lane due to the late join. But glad to see him on the track. It's nice to see the racers in here just having fun. We've got Frank Mena, the man in the Daytona Jeff Gordon NASCAR livery here, fighting his way. He's still 2 seconds from Bot Lando, and we know from the last race that Bot Lando was fighting at the front for podiums. Bot Lando's currently 10 seconds back on Seb Bellew, right in front of him.
Oh, we've got Jawa only under just about 4 seconds. Oh, Seb Bellew crash with Big Dan? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. That's a disaster.
Looks like Josh Garrett just went a little wide there, and Buggy made it back through as well. But Buggy's also off the track on the following corner, allowing Josh Garrett the opportunity to potentially close down on this gap again.
Lots going on in these final moments here.
We know Josh has the pace to be at the front of the race. He did have that handy lead in the previous race session, but currently we've got Josh and Buggy nose to tail going into this final hairpin right before the final corner. Be curious to see what, if anything, Josh Garrett can make on this one. Oh, it looks like he goes for the inside line. He almost loses control of the car there, hitting that curb.
Looking for the inside line. Not enough slipstream, though, to make it for T1.
Very
and
close.
He's going to slip in behind, but he's going to take advantage of Buggy going wide here and get the position. P9 for Josh. Well done.
Ooh,
he's going around the lap traffic quickly on the apex, allowing Buggy yet again to go up the inside. This racing, absolutely incredible. Holds the outside line to try to get some momentum going down this hill. Josh Garrett not really having any of it, though. Keeps his position. Buggy on an excellent run. A little bit of lag there. Let's see if he pulls back up in the slipstream.
Oh, we see contact there between Buggy and Josh.
We do. Oh, we see contact. There must be some ping difference going there.
It looks like they're low.
Josh Garrett overcooks it.
Looks like they're low pace. I would assume, based on that, I would presume that they went for that bump draft there, just to try and catch up a little bit more to the next car here. We've got Josh Garrett. We've got Nick Cruz right in front. They've closed down the gap to Nick here. to
It's the final
about
lap.
2.5 seconds. Yeah, leader is on the final lap, which means that these guys are going to get one more lap in, unless the leader finishes the lap before them. So these lapped cars, everybody Big Dan down through King Flash, may be on their final lap. We have one more lap of racing to go. We still see a 4-second gap between Fox and Jawa. We've got Seb Bellew 5.4 behind that. Let's see if we can grab on here to some of these other cars that are still in the fight here. We've got Bot Lando here, 7.7 back from Seb. We've got Fox with his handy lead here, about 4 seconds up on Jawa still. Buggy here is in the fight that we're most interested in. We see Josh Garrett, Nick Cruz, and Buggy all fighting for position on this last lap.
Oh, here we go. We've got also. I'll keep in mind we've got Articulate Fox coming around the bend on the final corner now. Articulate Fox about to take the win, and he does so.
There's Fox crossing
Articulate
over.
Fox. Jawa P2 holds on for that P2. Really well done by him to recover. Seb Bolio, really fantastic podium. Really, especially after a couple of those mistakes. Excellent job by him. Bot Lando, tough to see, but he comes in P4 right off the podium. Really great job. Frank Mena, can't say much more than that. He had such a great job. Starting in front and holding it for such a long time. An excellent race by him.
Yeah, Frank definitely had a crazy good race coming through. Let's park down on top of this timing box here and wait for these guys to come through on this final corner. It looks like
Josh was blocked by some lap traffic. Josh. Buggy gets in front of Josh.
Buggy got in front of Josh on that final lap. We see Wiva come through here for P6. Buggy come through P7. Josh Garrett falls back to P8. And Nick Cruz on a P9. What a race.
Unbelievable.
Great job to every single racer. That was an absolute blast. A blast to watch, a blast to broadcast. I'm going to go over to the Discord channel here, and I'm going to move us into a general chat where everybody can talk, and I'm going to bring some people down into the conversation for us.
Here, why don't I'll go up there since you're on stream. I can go see who's available.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to jump us over to the general chat channel.
Okay, cool.
That way, just because not everybody can talk in this channel, so.
That is fair. Alrighty, let's do it.
Do you want to jump into?
Oh yeah, I'll go take a peek at who's ready. Yep.
Yeah, and see if some people want to jump in and talk. So.
Can you drag Garito?
I can drag Garito.
Lovely.
Hey, Josh.
Garito.
It seems like you had a little bit of a rough time in that second race after handily leading for the first one. You want to give us a breakdown?
Yeah.
A breakdown of what happened?
Well, actually,
you mind keeping that camera on the
how I ended up that far back, to be honest. But I tried helping out Buggy, and it just made it worse for both of us.
That's pretty good.
So I don't think he's very happy with me, to be honest.
I did see some bump draft attempts going on.
Yeah, he said
you guys were really going for it. You guys had some good scrapping in there.
I tried.
You did it well. I mean, after crushing that first race, we just had to see where you were at for that second one. But if it was there a big mistake in the first one or an incident in the early laps in the second race?
Oh, I accidentally teleported to pits.
Oh, you did? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah, it did.
That will do it. Well, great job fighting back from that position.
Too.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Seriously, well done.
I tried. I felt like a bit of a tag at the end.
It was
Yeah,
pretty great. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and we'll
Yeah,
see you
no
next time.
problem. See you.
yeah. Thanks, Josh. It was a hell of a race.
No, thank you, Josh.
No, thank you, Josh.
Aw. All right, I'll see you guys.
Alrighty, we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Why don't we have? Why don't you move Buggy on in here,
Drag Buggy
or we
down.
could do Jawa, Buggy or Jawa, either one.
All right, let's drag Jawa down since
Yeah,
we talked to Buggy before the race.
that's true.
Jawa
Hey,
just like
Jawa.
fucking killed
Yep.
him.
He's got his Discord.
Uh,
How we doing?
how's it?
I'm doing
How's it
all right. A
feel
little tired.
to be on the other end of the broadcaster picture there?
It's a little
Usually,
odd, you know.
yeah, usually you're broadcasting with Bug. So
Yeah, I mean it's fun, like getting on track. I apologize for my raspy voice. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'll do my best. But it was a really fun race, to be honest with you. I really enjoyed getting to be in Miatas. That is not my typical car of choice, but it's fun to change it up a little bit and get out on the track with the guys.
yeah, it looked like you definitely had the pace, right? You're fighting towards the front of the pack there. Um, lots of good battles happening. Let's see here. I'm gonna pull up the results page here for the
Yeah, that's what I
championship.
was just looking at. Jawa, it looks like you just got second place in both races. That's a pretty excellent result.
I did consistency. That's the name of my game, at least.
Absolutely. 100%. No, that's a really great result, especially on a tricky track like this where it's a lot of mid corner, turning the wheel the other way to catch setup for the next corner and making sure you're on the edge of the grip there. So really great to see, really great racing. It was a ton of fun to watch you get out there and really push.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I had a ton of fun just running around with the guys, and hopefully I can hop in some more races here soon. But
Yeah, we got to go hunt down Articulate Fox next time.
I don't know, man. I was walking down slightly, but not enough time, and I was
It's
not going
true.
fast enough.
It's true. You gained 2 seconds on him after that first initial 5.5 second gap. You brought it down to 3. So well done there. That was great.
I appreciate it. Definitely was a good little battle there. Me trying to get up with him, but just couldn't quite get the pace fast enough to close that gap before the end of the race.
Hey, well, there's always next time. And honestly, seriously, great effort, great result. And we really appreciate you making it out and joining us here in the broadcast chat.
Sure. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Buggy.
Yo.
You put up a hell of a fight there. Those last couple laps were pretty crazy between you guys.
We if you guys could have heard the comms over radio, man, we Ash and I were shocked that both of us made it through the last 2 laps.
Yeah, those were pretty crazy with all the contact and the
Random
trying
dive
to catch up to
bombs.
that other pack.
Yeah,
That was great.
there were some scary moments. Yeah, no, it went about as I thought it would. A couple self-inflicted wounds, and it's managed to stay in the point. So I'm happy, man.
Fantastic stuff. Seriously,
Yeah.
that was some. You put up a really great fight, and you were really dicing it up with all those fast guys out. And seeing you go back and forth with Garrito and or Josh and really give it to him as well, fighting him through a lot of those corners, making him make some mistakes. It was a lot of fun to see. You guys were going side by side through like half of the lap.
To give you the backstory, if you're talking about for the early in the race or the back half of the race.
I think it was in the back half of the race that we
Okay.
throughout the race
So-
we were watching you guys.
Back half of the race, yeah, we were actually racing. Front half of the race, he actually wanted to get behind me and give me the bump draft, and I told him that it would be a bad idea. And we both ended up losing about a second per lap on our delta because we kept trying to get into position for the bump draft. So for anyone listening, now that I'm on the other side of it, I'm no longer an avid fan of just bump draft anybody.
Bump
I get
drafting
why
for the
people
sake of
don't
bump
flock to
drafting.
it.
When
It
works,
might have cost
works.
us a little bit. Yeah, when it works, it works.
It definitely takes some practice and coordination to make sure that those bump drafts actually pan out the way that you're expecting them to, though.
Yeah, and I did forget it's Columbus Day next week, so we do have one more open event next week, which will be nice.
All right.
I'm excited for the figure 8 oval or the figure 8.
My goodness, a figure 8. This is going to be a
It's
business.
not a figure 8. It's the figure 8. The Top Gear test track itself.
Oh,
So that's going to be
my
a good one.
I might have to participate. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, that's okay. I expect it. It's a good one. I'm excited to see how everybody fares there.
That's going to be a banger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really
next
looking
week,
forward to that.
I will.
Lucky chatting bear. Ayash says. Unbelievable.
Fucky chat bear.
I'll be.
It's gonna be good.
I'll be planning on participating in the EU race next week again, so I can broadcast in the evening and give you a chance to jump on the track again. It's awesome seeing you out there. Awesome seeing some of the originals, and some of our top competitors having some absolutely crazy fights with each other. So.
Yeah, it definitely was a good one. I appreciate you guys broadcasting, man, and I'm excited to watch it back. What I did catch was fun. During practice, Paul.
You may or may not get absolutely nauseous from my camera work, but don't worry.
I'm excited.
I'll work on it.
No, I'm excited. I'm sure it was good.
No, this was a lot of fun. Seriously, thanks for the invite.
Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna go post results and shit, but I appreciate you boys.
Dude,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yep.
And thanks to all of our currently 7 of us, all 7 of you watching us now. Thanks so much for staying tuned in and locked in with the race with us. That was gripping MX5 Miata at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Road Course action.
Yeah, it was an absolute blast to broadcast for you guys. I will be streaming my POV on this channel for my races that I'm participating in, and until I can figure out how to make it easily switch my stream key to the Real Rookie Racing channel, any broadcast that I do of the Real Rookie Racing race sessions will also be broadcasted on this channel. As soon as I can figure that out, we will make sure we centralize all the Real Rookie Racing stuff together into a single location. So keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears peeled. We're working on getting a banner put together here so we can get that announcement out for our endurance race, but we're looking at the time right now for the weekend before Thanksgiving. So details and announcements will be coming soon. We do have a test server set up. We've got some of our staff and organizers running the test labs on those tracks.
Yes.
Look forward to seeing you guys on the grid. And just as I mentioned again here, we will be having a drawing for a giveaway during that race or at the end of that race for anyone who does manage to finish the entire endurance event. It will be a per driver drawing, so there is no position associated with the drawing. There is nothing else associated with the drawing. It is strictly a participation prize distributed among the drivers who managed to stick it out for the entire 4-hour event. So details to follow. Keep your eyes peeled on the announcements channel. We should have something out this week regarding that event. So anything else you want to say here, Base, before we shut her down?
Oh man, no, I just thank you guys so much, and really looking forward to the next one. Thanks so much.
All right. Oh, it made noise again. I don't know what that's from.